All right, let's look at midterm problem number 19. All right, so we have this function f of x equals 4x squared. For part A, we want to find the average rate of change of f of x if x changes from 1 to 5. All right, so average rate of change is really the same thing as the difference quotient. So we just need to come up with the f of, all right, so 5 minus f of 1 divided by 5 minus 1. Right? So let's compute f of 5. Right? So you have, you plug in 5 for x. So you have a 4 times 5 squared. So 5 squared is 25 times 4. So 100 minus, and f of 1, so that's 4, right? 4 times 1 squared, so it's 4. And 5 minus 1 is 4. All right, so this is going to be, right, 96 divided by 4, right, which is going to be, let's see, we can put 2 4s into 9, so it's a 2, right, 16, so it's 24, right? So let's type it in. All right, so we got 24, so let's see. 24, and oh, I can't check the answer until I answer all the questions. So let's go to part B. All right, part B, slope of the secant line through the point 1 comma f of 1 and 1 plus h comma f of 1 plus h. All right, so slope of a secant line, again, it's really the same thing as the difference quotient. So what you need to do is you just need to come up with f of second point first, 1 plus h minus f of first point is 1 divided by, right, 1 plus h minus 1. So it's really the same thing as the average rate of change, except that we're going to use 1 and 1 plus h. All right, so let's simplify that. First, 1 minus 1, so they cancel out. Then we need to compute the f of 1 plus h, which is going to be 4 times. All right, so you have a 1 plus h squared. All right, and minus, all right, f of 1, we already figured it's 4, so I put 4 there. All right, then divided by h. All right, so let's multiply it out. All right, since 4 is in common, so I'm gonna just put the 4 right in front here, and I'm gonna put h here. All right, so if you multiply 1 plus h squared out, you get 1 squared would be 1 plus 2 times 1 times h, so it's going to be 2h plus h squared. Right? Then you're subtracting 4, so you have minus, subtract 4 is factored out, so it's going to be actually 1. Right? So we can cancel 1 here and the 1 there. Right? Then next thing we need to do is, let's see, we still have 4 there, but we notice that these remaining 2 terms on the numerator, you can actually have a factor h out, right? So you have 2 left over from here. If you factor h from h squared, you get h here, right? Then you're going to divide it by h. Right, then you can see that you can cancel h on top and h on the bottom because h divided by h is 1. All right, then you're going to get 4 times quantity 2 plus h. All right, so let's type that in there. All right, so we got 4 times quantity 2 plus h. All right, let's look at the part C. And we want to find the slope of the graph at 1. Right? So what we need to do is, this is basically looking for the derivative. So we're going to do the first derivative. You can either take the limit of of the answer for part B as h approaches 0 to get that. Or you can just take the derivative, then plug in 1. But since we already done the work for part B, so let's find the slope. All right, so we can do a limit as h approaches 0. Then we have this expression, which is 4 times 2 plus h. So as h approaches 0, you can see that this h is going to go away, right? So this is going to be, and 4 times 2, so this is going to be 8, right? This is really the same thing as f prime of 1, right? Then part D, we want to find the equation of the tangent line at the 1, 1. And remember that the f of 1 is 4, so this is actually 1, 4, right? We can probably call it as, I'm going to call it the x1, y1, right? So x1 is 1, y1 is 4. And we already found the slope from part C, so m is going to be equal to 8, right? So by using the point slope form, we can come up with the equation. It's going to be, right, so y minus y1 is 4, which is equal to m, 8 times quantity x minus x1, which is 1. All right, so since they're looking for y equals form, I'm going to at least, maybe I'm going to just distribute first. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So we have distribute 8 to x and negative 1. We get 8x minus 8. Then what we want to do is I want to isolate y, so I'm going to add 4 to it. So you have y is equal to 8x, and if you add 4 to negative 8, so you're going to get negative 4, right? So you get the 8x minus 4, right? So let's type it in, right? So we got 8 for this answer here. Then here you have we have 8x minus 4, right? So let's check the answer, all right? We got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.